Grab a cozy seat because today, we're diving into a story about hope and our Savior's incredible power. We're cracking open the pages of John 11 to uncover a moment that speaks right to the core of our hearts, a time when it seemed all hope was lost, but Jesus showed us that even in the 11th hour, miracles are still possible. John 11 tells us that Lazarus, a dear friend of Jesus, had fallen seriously ill. His sisters, Mary and Martha, were understandably distraught and sent word to Jesus, hoping he'd come quickly to heal their brother. Oddly enough, Jesus didn't rush to their aid but remained where he was for another 2 days. And by the time he arrived, Lazarus had already been in the grave for 4 days. Can you imagine the emotions swirling around in that room? Martha steps out to meet Jesus, and with tears likely brimming in her eyes, she speaks words that resonate with all of us who've been through tough times. She tells Jesus, "Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died." I can almost hear the mix of sorrow, confusion, and maybe even a dash of accusation in her voice. Have you ever felt that way when life didn't seem to align with what you thought God had planned? But then, oh my dear friends, Martha's words take a turn, a glorious turn that sends shivers down my spine every time I read it. She continues, "But I know, that even now, whatsoever thou wilt ask of God, God will give it thee." Wow. In a world where time's running out, and it feels like the door to hope has slammed shut, Martha still believes that Jesus holds the key. Can we pause for a moment and soak up that incredible faith? Martha's declaration isn't just a wish or a whim. It's a rock-solid assurance that God's power knows no time limits. Even when the clock's ticking, and things seem impossibly dark, the Creator of the universe can breathe life into the most desperate situations. And what happens next? The plot thickens. Jesus, moved by this raw and genuine faith, proceeds to do what only he can do. He raises Lazarus from the dead. The guy who had been wrapped in grave clothes and tucked away in a tomb for 4 days? Yep, he's walking out alive, right into the arms of his astonished sisters. It's easy to read stories like this and think, wow, that was amazing for them, but does it apply to my everyday life? Well, let me tell you, my friend, the same Jesus who turned Martha's desperation into a miracle is the very same one who's also in the business of writing our stories. When it feels like time's slipping away, and you're standing at the edge of hopelessness, remember Martha's faith. Even when all seems lost, hold on to the truth that our God is the master of turning the impossible into the miraculous. He's never limited by our circumstances or the ticking clock. So, take heart, dear ones. Your story is still being written, and the author of life knows how to turn the page for a breathtaking twist. Just like he did for Martha, Jesus wants to show you that it's never too late for miracles. Your situation, no matter how impossible it may seem, is still within the reach of his life-changing, time-defying power. And when we're walking hand in hand with the one who can breathe life into death itself, there's no such thing as too late. But I will sing of your strength, in the morning I will sing of your love, for you are my fortress, my refuge in times of trouble. Psalm 59 verse 16.